Hey guys, and welcome back to another stock review video. And as you can probably see, today we're going to be going over the Tattooed Chef. Now this comes in the form of a merger with Forum Merger Company, and this merger is expected to close in Q3 of 2020, so it's coming up really soon. If you don't want to miss more videos like this one, make sure you go down below and subscribe. And while you're down there, leave a like on the video to show some support for all the work that I put in to make these. The Tattooed Chef is a vegan food alternative, and this is mostly in the form of frozen meals, although as you can see, there's many other products, including fruit bowls, pizzas, all sorts of things. As you can see, this is also very expensive food. $24 for 4 fruit bowls, $16 for a frozen pizza. They're making their money's worth, and people are paying for it, and they have extremely loyal customers, as we'll look at later on. Now, what's special about this company compared to many other SPAC stocks is going to be the fact that they already have their business and they already have loyal customers. And to go along with that, they're in two of the biggest retailers in the country in the form of Costco, Walmart, and Sam's Club. In terms of the company themselves, we'll get into numbers like this in just a minute. But two things that I wanted to go ahead and look at first were this strongly aligned with major food trends and this diverse portfolio of products. Now, I really like these graphs right here because it shows you out of the 4 major non-traditional diets, they have a grip on 3 of the 4, and if you total these numbers up, you're talking about almost $400 billion in sales. And this bottom graph is some of the major things that the consumers look at when they go to purchase food at the grocery store, and they have a grip on almost all of these things. Now, this organic food trend is something that I talked about in the past when I talked about United Natural Foods, and I'll leave a little link in the top right of your screen right now if you want to check that out. The other thing that I wanted to look at was this diversity that they have. Now, when you think of vegan food, you mostly think of vegan meat in the form of plant-based hamburgers or chicken patties, something like that. But this company goes so much farther than that, even reaching as far as fruit bowls and pizza. And this is represented in this chart right here. You can see that only 35% comes from the traditional frozen meals, with the other 65% coming from a variety of other products. Now, it may take a while for people to kind of catch on and learn to love these new products. As you can see, the first month is generally pretty rough when they release these new things, but they catch on pretty quickly, with the growth within a year being exponential. And I think we'll continue to see this trend on an even larger scale with all of their products as people get to the grocery store and try them out. I think people will learn to love them. Now, arguably the most important characteristic of any company is going to be its financials, its sales, its revenue, all of that. Because at the end of the day, you can have a great product, but if people aren't buying it and if you aren't making money off of it, that's not a stock that you want to be invested in. I love everything that I'm seeing here, though, in terms of the very basic financials, with the net sales year-over-year growth being over 100%. And although this company is somewhat new, it's fairly established in the food industry, so to still be having over 100% year-over-year growth is incredible. Now, like I mentioned earlier, one of their main comparisons would be Beyond Meat, although this is a much more specified vegan company. But if you look at their net sales, you can see that they're actually topping Beyond Meat from when Beyond Meat IPO'd. This doesn't quite match up with their current market cap. As you can see, the Forum merger, which is once again the stock that's going to be merging with Tattooed Chef, is under $1 billion versus Beyond Meat is almost $10 billion. So you can see that there's a lot of room for this stock to grow. Going back to the trend that I talked about earlier, you can see that Beyond Meat has really taken off recently, almost tripling in price, so this wave is something that's taking over the food industry. One of my only concerns that I have with this company is that it's already sort of made its run. As many of you probably know, the SPAC starts out at right around $10 and it's already up to almost $30. But if you look at another SPAC that's not exactly in the same industry, but it really showed some of these trends. As you can see, it skyrocketed up to about $30, and I'm talking about tortoiseshell acquisition here. And although it had a pullback after it hit 30, and this same thing may happen with the Tattooed Chef, you can see that it then exploded once again and has reached highs of around $60. So all in all, I'm not too worried about this company's current valuation, and I think there's a lot of room for growth. And I hope you did go on to enjoy this video, and if you did, remember to leave a like down below and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more like this one. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.